Hello everyone, I'm Charity Riona and today we're going to talk about modal verbs. So we have 4 topic discussion today. The first one is the definition of modals, and the second one is the types of modals, and the third one is the rules of modals. And the last one is how to asking permission with modal verbs. So we're going to talk about the definition first. A modal is a type of auxiliary verbs that is used to express ability, possibility, permission, or obligation. So modal verbs are part of larger category called auxiliary verbs, and these verbs can add meaning to another verbs. And modal verbs are special because they follow strict set of rules and they are used in a very specific way. And these are the modals in English. So we have 9 modals that we must remember. So we can remember it with easy way. So the tips is the modals in English are contained with 2C, 3M, and 2S, and 2W. So 2C is can and could, and 3M is contain may, might, and must, and 2S is shall and should, and 2W will and would. So these are English modals. So the next one is the types of modals. So the first one is ability. So the modal is can and could. For example, she can speak 3 languages. She could speak fluent Mandarin when she was 10. And second one is permission. The modal verbs is can, could, and may. For example, can I go to the restroom? Could I open the door? May I borrow your book? Like that. And the third one is advice. So the modal verbs is should, ought to, or had better. So they have same meaning. And for example, you should visit your family at least twice a month. And you should try a diet. And the third is obligation. The modal verbs is must and have or have to. Yeah, must and have to have a same meanings. For example, the students must memorize all of the rules about grammar class, and you have to blah blah blah. You can add maybe you have to go to the hospital, like that, or yeah. And the last one is possibility. The modal verbs is might, may, could, and can. So for example, you may close the window. It might happen, like that. And these are the rules of modals. Yes, we have 5 rules of modal verbs. The first one is infinitive come after modal verb without to. For example, I might eat noodle and I can play guitar. So the infinitive come after modal verb without to, like that. And second one is modal verb take no s in the third person singular. For example, she must leave, or it might happen. So we cannot put s in the sentence. And the third rules is modal verb do not change their form according to the tense. So modal verbs don't change and they stay exactly what they are. And And the next one is we use modal verbs in negative sentence like we do other auxiliary verbs or without the word do. For example, the way we use modal verb in negative sentence is subject, modal, and verb. Subject, modal, plus not, and verb. So, for example, you must not eat my food. I can not speak Korean, like that. And the last one is with interrogative phrases, modal verbs are used like other auxiliary verbs. So we can make sentence like modal verb plus subject plus verb. For example, can you help me? Or will you let me in? Like that. And we are going to talk how to asking permission. So when we want to ask something, we have different way, right? Like sometimes we ask something with informals and or polite or formal. Like when we ask something with informal way, we can use modal verb can. Like for example, can I borrow your phone for a minute? Can I speak to Mr. David? And when we want to use modal verb in polite way, so we can use could, like could I have a cup of tea, or could I join your group, like that. And when we're using may or would, that in formal way, we can use may, like may I ask a question, or may we go home now. And in polite way, we can use would, like would you mind if I ask you some questions, like that. Okay, I think this is the end of my presentation. Hope you guys understand. If you have some comment, please comment in the comment section below. And thank you for your attention, and have a nice day.